Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Stephen Zirkle. I'm doing my career presentation on the UAS Operator. The job description is various. While the possibilities of what a UAS Operator job may entail are broad, I've included a few of the requirements that General Atomics, a major UAV distributor and manufacturer, has. As a UAV pilot deployable in a flex position, you must possess an FAA commercial pilot certificate with a current instrument rating and the ability to maintain instrument currency, the minimum of 300 hours pilot and command time required. You have to be able to coordinate and actively participate in ground and flight operation efforts, including mission planning, execution and briefing, debriefing, aircrew resource management, and safety. You need to ensure compliance with service guidance, company policy, and procedures and Federal Aviation Administration regulations. The education and qualifications. The FAA doesn't require much. You can pilot a small UAV with merely a Part 107 small UAS certificate, or you don't even need to have a certificate. You can fly under direct supervision of somebody who does. You only need to be 16 years old. That's FAA minimums. Now, General Atomics, they want you to have a commercial pilot license, instrument rated, 300 hours pilot and command time, 250 hours pilot and command of Predator, Reaper family drones, CONUS deployment availability, DoD secret clearance at a minimum. Customer Border Patrol wants top secret clearance. You have to be a U.S. citizen, 4-year trade school or technical degree plus 2 years UAV operation or experience. Reported salaries. Pay scale is giving a median salary of $25.43 an hour. Glassdoor is reporting an average of about $80,000 a year. PESA is reporting an average of about $85,000 a year. The promotion potential. Looking on USA Jobs, which is a major website for federal employment, as a Marine Interdiction Agent with the Customs and Border Protection, starting at the GL-09 position, one can reach up to a GS-12 level, which is a considerable pay increase from ranges of about $51,000 to $66,000 for the GL-9 to a GS-12 of $72,000 to $90,000 a year. And that's not including any overtime pay you might be available for or any bonuses that they offer. U.S. Air Force offers remotely piloted aircraft pilots, which are officers, up to $35,000 in retention bonus on top of their salary and incidental pays. Now, I don't know how competitive that is with the rest of the market, but that sounds pretty good. Other jobs available with gained experience include a UAS instructor, a UAS safety officer, and a UAS site team leader. I'm going to take a minute to just talk about Textron. Liberty University offers the UAS degree program with the chance of becoming fully certified in the small UAS Aerosonde, and that has been developed by Textron. It's a small UAS system. Textron has been in the UAS business since the 1980s, and Textron generated nearly $13.4 billion in revenue in 2015. And this is 2017, so I imagine it'd be even more this year. They're ranked 200 out of the Fortune 500 companies, according to Wikipedia. For small aircraft, we have the Cube, which is used by some law enforcement police departments, which this kind of UAV can be stored in the trunk and put together in about 5 minutes. Hazon Solutions is making use of small UAVs for industrial use. So things such as inspections of civil engineering construction like bridges, or energy production systems such as solar panels. And I think Liberty University has an association with Hazon Solutions as well. Elbit Systems has a bunch of unmanned aerial systems that are used by the Israeli Defense Forces. And that's all I'm going to say about Elbit. Even the UAE, or United Arab Emirates, have UAS. They have one called the Yabon R, and that's a medium-sized UAS. Agriculture is making use of UAS. Elbit has one called the Hermes, which they've tested on an agricultural field to test the status of the fields and determine the health of them. Boeing has something called the Phantom Eye, which is a UAS capable of flying 4 days without even landing. Now that's going to make it very competitive against another manned reconnaissance aircraft, which probably has a much lower flight time without landing. For large UAVs, of course, we've got the Predator and the Reaper, and there's even one developed by Northrop Grumman called the MQ-8C, which is a Scout. They call it the Scout. It's an unmanned helicopter, and the Navy uses it. The Reaper is used by the Air Force, as well as Customs and Border Patrol. Air Force also uses the Global Hawk, which is huge. It is probably one of the biggest UAVs I've ever seen. Maybe not in person. Maybe one day. It is comparable to our U-2 spy plane. That's the Global Hawk I'm talking about. Well, that is the conclusion of my presentation, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.